Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear future leaders, welcome to your English class. I would like to welcome Mr. Fawaz Al-Aqil. He's going to be our sign language interpreter. With that being said, I think we're so ready to start a new lesson. It's first intermediate grade, first semester. Our subject is English. Our lesson of today is going to be a project. This is my name is Khulud Saoud. As always, it's my pleasure to have you in my class. Let's start with our online classroom rules. Find a quiet study area and be ready. Make sure you have everything around, your book, pencil, pen, or maybe someone to talk to. Number 2, avoid distractions like food, TV, or any other online resources. Number 3, keep strong and positive. Are you ready? Okay. Let's have a previous lesson review. We talked about writing and we mentioned that we use the indefinite article a or an to introduce a singular noun for the first time. Remember, when you write to your audience or your readers, you need to make your ideas and thoughts very clear. So when you mention the first item in your text for the first time, you use the indefinite article, like here, the museum has a dinosaur skeleton. Your readers has no idea what are you talking about. They need more information. When you mention that for the second time, you use the definite article that to talk about a noun for the second time, like this sentence, the dinosaur skeleton is enormous. What about it? It's enormous. Do you see the difference? Okay. Also, we add s to the most plural nouns. Okay. Don't use the article a or an with plural nouns. You can't say an airplanes. Totally wrong. An airplane with a singular noun or airplanes alone without a or an. Look at this sentence. The museum has many fossils. Look at the S right here. That means it's more than two or more. Use the definite article that to talk about plural nouns for the second time. The fossils are about 200 million years old. Did you see? We mentioned fossils for the second time. That's why I used the. Okay? It's definite. It's the second time. My readers know what am I talking about. We had a homework last time, page 100. Open your book. At the workbook, letter H, it was writing, buy some gifts for your family and friends, make a list, use a or an. Did you do that? How was it? So in this column right here, you will be writing the gift and here the name of the person that you are giving this gift for. Let's see the first item, a tote bag. I used the article a before tote bag because it's only one, it's a singular noun and it started with consonant. And I'm giving this for Sarah, let's say. How about the second one? An airplane toy for Ahmed. It's only an airplane toy, one item. It's a singular noun and started with vowel. That's why I chose an airplane. Okay? Good job. In today's lesson, we are going to learn a project. Unit 3, what's that? Page 24. Lesson objectives. Learners will be able to make a brochure for a museum using the writing skills that they have learned through the unit. What does brochure mean? Have you ever heard of this word? Okay, we will answer this question later on. Make a brochure for a museum and label the objects in it. Use drawings or photos from the internet or magazines. Brochure is a small booklet or paper that contains pictures and information about any topic or subject. What does that mean? Let's imagine I'm visiting your school for the first time and I'm a new student. I have no idea what's in there. How are you going to help me to figure out where is the lab, where is the art, where is the art room, where is your PE classes, where do you take them, where is the theater? How can you help me? Probably you might show me some pictures, you will describe them, right? And you will give me some information about your teachers, their names, okay? So a brochure is kind of paper that gives informations to your audience. And it has many purposes. It could be marketing. It could be just educational. You educate your audience. You help them to know about the place, the museum, let's say. You help them to know about it. It's like a virtual tour. And your visitors will open the brochure and this will guide them. So it's like museum guide, okay? This is our project for today, but we will be refreshing our memory and revise whatever we have learned during the unit to help us to make this project, okay, in a good way. Let's start from the beginning in our lesson and discuss pair work. Remember, we took a museum tour, okay? Which words on these pages do you already know? Remember, you can use all those words in your brochure. Welcome to the museum. This is how you can use this sentence to welcome your audience or your readers. My name is Tom. I'm your guide. Follow me. You give instructions here. Please don't touch anything. Use polite way to give directions. Okay? And no photographs. You can write this at the very beginning of the brochure. This would sound nice. Also, we learned some words. Look at the pictures. Do you remember their names? What is the first item right here? What is it? Good job. It's an airplane. Good job. Do you remember the spelling? Perfect. How about the second one? How about the second one? It's a car. Good job. How about the third one? Perfect. It's a bicycle. Okay. How about that one? What do you think? Good job. Television. Did you practice the spelling? How about that one? It's a telephone. How about that one? Good job. Camera. How about this one? It's a copywriter, okay? So you can also use all the knowledge and words that we have been learning through the unit to make your project. Let's look at the souvenir. You could mention a souvenir section in your museum, okay? Do you remember those items that we have been talking about? Check out those sculptures. What is this? What do you think? Sculptures, okay? Did you practice the spelling of sculptures? How about that one? Keychains. How about the third one? Is it clock or watch? Remember? It's a, sorry, let's look at this one. It's a lamp. And that one is, they are tote bags. And right here, watches, okay? Also we have toys. And we said that souvenir is a gift that you can take from a special place. Let's say if you visit a special country or maybe a town in Saudi Arabia, let's say you visited Mecca, you can find many stores for souvenir and you will find the picture of Al-Kaaba al-Musharrafa written Mecca al-Mukarrama on it. So this is a souvenir to remind you of a special place or maybe an occasion. So we learned also that in each museum, sometimes when you're about to leave the museum, there is a museum gift shop that you can buy souvenir from, like sculptures, lamp, keychains, tote bags, watches and toys, and maybe more, like posters and paintings. Also in grammar, we learn the demonstrative pronouns this, that, these, those. And it's very important to know when to talk about a singular and plural. We said this for a singular item that is close to you and it's only one, this pen. How about if it's far away? That pen. This for singular item and it's close by, and that for singular item that's far away. How about plural? These for plural when they are close by, and those when they are far away. And you are about to use all of those demonstrative pronouns in your brochure. Use this, these for things near you. Use that, those for things far from you. Okay? Also, in imperatives, use the imperative for commands and instructions. And when you give a tour, when you are a tour guide, you need to give instructions. Okay, so it's really important to know how to write that in a good and correct way. Say please to be polite. If you want to make imperatives positive, you would say sit down, please sit down. How about if you are about to change the meaning from affirmative to negative? What would you say? Don't for verbs. Don't sit down, and in order to make it polite, we add please don't sit down. Okay, did you see the difference? Good job. Also use imperative to give advice. Okay, listen to me. Buy those posters. They're nice. And we said imperative, we use the word as it is without to. We don't add anything to the verb, okay? And don't to make it negative. Don't buy that painting. It's strange. So if you are about to write something in your brochure to advise your readers, you can buy or go to that section, look at those paintings. Okay, so that's why you need to use imperatives in your brochure. Also, we talked about indefinite articles a and an. In your brochure, you'll be introducing new objects, right, for your readers at the first time. And what happens if you want to add more information to that object? What will you do? Remember? Good job. So, the indefinite articles a, and come before singular nouns. Okay? Use a before words that begin with a consonant sound, like a radio, a calculator, a painting. All those sounds are consonant. They're not vowels. Use an before words that begin with a vowel sound, an airplane, an English class. And we said we have only 5 letters that are the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Only 5 of them. And whenever any word starts with a vowel, you will be using an as indefinite article. Okay? Also, we said we have 2 ways to pronounce the TH letters, the sound. We have 2 sounds of those letters. The first one is tha, the second one is the. Okay? Like right here, look at this word, think. Remember when we put our hand in front of our mouth and try to produce that sound, think. What do you feel? You can feel the air, right? Think. While in this word, this, There's no air, but you can feel the vibration, right? This, that. Put two of your fingers just gently on your throat. This and that. Do you feel the vibration? It's a voiced sound. And this is unvoiced sound, like think, tenth, thanks. Okay? This, that, these, those, they. Okay? Also in the conversation, we were listening to conversation between two men and the museum. One of them was the guide. What's that? It's a dinosaur. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Wow, it's enormous. So you can use some adjectives. Okay? Also we use before reading strategy and things that you see in a museum. Try to look at the section of each museum. This will help you to organize your brochure. In reading also there are many informations that you can use. In the Museum of Science we talk about different objects. So look at right here, how did they describe those objects? How is the way to describe an object? Walk through the 6-meter model of a human heart. 6-meter model. Can you imagine? That number helps me to imagine how big is that model. It's not small, it's giant. Okay? Second one, see the first spacecraft to go around the moon. What's special about it? It's the first spacecraft to go around the moon. The way they write the sentences helps me to visualize how the items or the objects look like. Okay? How about the third one? Go inside a German submarine from the World War II, 1944. This shows me how long or how old is this object. Did you see? Okay, now you are going to be the writer. Let's look also right here. There was a nice section, special attractions. Remember what does attractions mean? We said in Riyadh we have many attractions that you can visit, like Al-Masmak Palace. Attraction is a good place that people like to go to. Visit to learn or enjoy time, for entertainment sometimes. Okay, we talked about Leonardo da Vinci exhibit, discover the inventions of the famous painter, a man truly before his time. This sounds really nice. Okay, what did they describe Leonardo da Vinci? He's famous painter. Did you see this adjective right here? He's famous, he's very known, well known. Okay, and also Omnimax 3D theater right here in Greece. See the film and take a journey back in time to the birthplace of Western civilization. If I would just read the sentence, I would go there, because this will help me to go step back in time and go to all times that I haven't been there. Okay, so did you see the way they're writing those informations? Let's start our lesson. With that quick revision, I think we're so ready to make our project. Okay, Unit 3, what's that? Page 24, make a brochure for a museum and label the objects in it. Use drawings or photos from the internet or magazines. This would be so much fun, and I'm sure guys you will enjoy this project. Let's go to what I have searched through the website, through many different websites. The first thing I was searching for national museums. Look what I have found. The first one is a museum of the two holy mosques. It's located in Mecca al-Mukarramah. Look at this picture. What do you see? How can you describe it? How can you describe that? Okay, it's big, giant. It seems it's classic. Okay, and maybe old, but not that much. What else? How can you describe this picture? Good job, my thinkers. Let's look at the second thing I have found. Taima Museum. Look at this picture. The wall right here is made of, okay, what do you see? How would you describe that? Taima, the cultural and historical commercial center of the ancient northern Arabian Peninsula. Okay, so this is one of the National Museum I have found. Third one is Al-Masmak Palace, remember? We talked about it at the very beginning of the unit. It's located in Riyadh. Okay, it's a very special attraction. I advise you to go there. You will learn, you can watch the commentary inside to teach you the story of how the kingdom became what is it right now, the great kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's really amazing place. I have been there, and it's a good chance to discover the old Saudi Arabia. Okay. Also, how about this one? What do you see? I'm sure most of you will like this. Giant airplanes. Okay, what do you see? What else? Is that the Saudi flag? Sagr Al-Jazeera Aviation Museum. What does aviation mean? Anything related to airplanes, right? It's located in Riyadh to highlight the cultural and historical appearance of the Royal Saudi Air Force. If you go there, you will learn about aviation. It's something interesting, right? I'm sure you are interested in those things, guys. Mine, I decided to make my brochure about the National Museum. So I found some pictures. The first one is the main entrance. This is the main entrance of the museum. There is a section for, it's called Al-Jahiliya Pre-Islamic Gallery. And as you can see, it can visualize how this era looks like. Their buildings, how their clothes, their food, and everything about them in there. Okay, so it's a good idea to go and look. Also, there is another section called Arabian Kingdoms. And as you can see in the window glass right here, there are many objects. Okay. Also, there is another section called Whole of Man and Universe. As you can see, a giant skeleton, probably for a dinosaur. Okay, and usually there will be section for all information that you need to read and know about the place. So this is the first thing I did in my project. Okay, found all of those pictures and start to read about each section. And then I make my own project, okay, for the museum. I label the objects. Make sure you write the information that are related to the same picture. So in here, this is Pre-Islamic Gallery. I just put the picture right here. I wrote some informations that are useful for my audience or readers to help them visualize how it looks like from inside. So in this section represents the period from 400 AD to the Prophet's migration 622 AD. This gallery displays a collection of the Arabian tribes in the pre-Islamic times and their daily activities, customs, traditions, trade, as well as the evolution of Arabic calligraphy. This is very interesting, okay, to watch. The second part of the gallery was about Prophetic Mission, and it was my favorite. This section shows the life of the Prophet, peace be upon him, his migration to Medina, battles, Holy Quran, and manuscripts of the Quran. So you can see how the process of writing the Quran, the Holy Quran, since the beginning. Okay. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy this lesson. I advise you to go and search the web, ask your parents to help, make sure you write your brochure in a good way, ask your teachers for help, and whenever you're done, you can share it with your classmates, your parents. Thank you so much, and see you next class.